What's happening? Your boy OC the God here, or you can call me the bro. But I like OC the God because we're all gods in the flesh as black people. And my skin color's brown, but I don't care. My hair is black. At the ends, it's highlighted brown. You'll see it when you get there. This is my fourth time having locks. I started over. See all my beautiful blackness come out. Anyway, somebody once said to me, my little brother, matter of fact, and my father said this to me. Why do I analyze every word that comes out of people's mouths? I said, I like to know the root of everything. The word analyze is in English. It has something to do with explaining things. So instead of an explanation, I drop down to the etymology, the origin of the word, and which language that this word came from. And the word analyze came from a Latin term that says unloosen, or in another sense, in another way to put it, to loosen up. So um basically, yeah, I have a habit of loosening up things, like a tray of ice, if you would, if you want to put it that way, because you're not try to try to put some ice in your cup without loosening up the fucking ice first. Try, and I guarantee, I guarantee it won't work. So it's egotistical of me. Yeah, it is. It's egotistical of me to loosen things up. And when people, I know I seem like the kind of guy who loves to be in a relationship. Like I just can't be by myself. I know I look like that type of guy, but it's not entirely true. I just look like that kind of guy. It's not about being by myself. Maybe it would be. It's like basically I have the power. I seem like the kind of dude who has the power of persuasion, which means I only basically from reading astrology, my rising is Libra, so I look like a Libra. You know what I'm saying? I look like I don't like to be by myself. Cause I look too cute. I had girls tell me, I had women tell me you look too cute to be by yourself. And I appreciate that. Thank you, ladies. Appreciate y'all. Mwah. But I'm not afraid to be alone. I'm not afraid to do anything by myself. But I will give you the advice that um the way I see it, I listen. My rising Libra says that I like to see things in twos, like in pairs, in a way it's in a man and a woman, basically as if a woman and a man is they're both their better halves. Like, how can you only be half of what you are without the woman? Or how that means a woman is only half of what she is without a man. What is a woman without a man? What's a man without a woman? Good question. Um When I say good question, I'm being sarcastic in my expression when I say that shit, because that's just a stupid question to me. It's not amazing at all, because the word stupid is rooted from being amazed or stunned, meaning it's a foolish thing to ask. It's not very wise in the sense to say, what is a man without a woman? He's a man. What is a woman without a man? She's a woman. How can you only be half of what you are without the other half? It's like you're not complete. So that's like that in that sense, that goes to say that we were born incomplete. Yeah, like we're born incomplete because you don't have your other half with you. And to me that's just dumb. Like that's the dumbest way to ever live. I understand. It's not like to say from the beginning of creation of humanity that men and women were born together. We were born in pairs. We were made in pairs. No, we were not. We were not made in pairs. Nobody's made paired up. If you look at the word pair, it's root. Before you look at the word pair has the word air in it, right? So that goes to say four wings universal, earth, sky, and sea. What is the air without water? What is the water without the earth? But these are the three major elements of creation, of all things that exist, even the trees. The trees are the earth. The air blows through the leaves. That's how you know that. That's how you even know when air is even blowing. You know what I'm saying? When the wind's blowing, that's how you even know when there's air. Why? Look at the leaves. The leaves are moving. The leaves on the trees is moving. Air. If you look at the water, it has ripples or waves. Ripples before they become waves. There's air. If it wasn't for air, nothing would move. Everything remains still except for water. If you just remove any form of earth, a rock, sand, a tree, a building, anything like that, anything that is of solid form, which is earth, anything earthy, anything that is solid, it doesn't break. If you remove it, the water is going to flow. It's going to move like air. You understand what I'm saying? So, um, I know I seem like the perfect relationship advisor to people because a lot of people ask me. I've always getting the question: if a man, how should a man be treating a woman, or a woman be treating a man? Well, to advise you about relationships. You know what I'm saying? You have to know where the word relationship even came from. Loosen that word up. Find out where it came from. And it came from bring back, as if you bring somebody back, you bring something back to the person that you had sex with or whatever. Or because I don't agree to the view of seeing myself. I'm in a relationship with someone. The very second I start a conversation with them. That doesn't make any sense to me. How did I bring you something back as if I left and came back with a question? If I'm asking you your name, the relationship started. What? We're in a relationship already just because I started talking, because I asked you your name? So if I go to a store, any like Family Dollar, anything. If I go to a building and I'm asking for a job, I started a relationship with the job because I asked about the job. So what did I bring back? Like I left the job and I'm bringing myself back to it. That's like saying no, you left Earth and came back, or no, because I remember, about a year and a half ago, I went to Trinidad, so I left Trinidad and came back, but bring myself back to America. Why? You have a relationship with America. I was born here. Um, None of my relationships with America, anyone that I've been in a relationship with in America, has ever been long. The longest relationship I've been in was a fucking summer vacation. By the time I was about 18 years old, that was the end of the relationship. But to bring yourself back, yeah, I brought myself back from Trinidad. So didn't you go to Trinidad looking for a relationship with somebody? How am I looking for somebody I can bring? Oh, I went to Trinidad to bring somebody back? That's what I went to Trinidad for? It feels like it. My body did. That's what my body's saying. My rising and Libra, that's what my body is saying. That you went to Trinidad and didn't bring anybody back. Exactly. Don't you get it? How the fuck I'm gonna go to another I'm gonna go to another country looking for my other half, somebody I can pair up with and bring them back to America with me. And be proud of myself that, yeah, you found yourself. What the fuck? I don't know who the fuck came up with that shit. That other half, looking for your other half shit. I guess that shit is in the damn Bible, which comes from the Tower of Babel. Get that dumb shit out of your head. That's fucking your head up. Nobody goes to another place looking for someone because everybody's looking for their other half. Everybody's looking for somebody to be paired up with so that they can finally feel like they're actually worth something, so that they can be proud of themselves. And if talking shit is another form of of making a relationship stronger, like I don't get it. I'm talking shit as bringing something back. Like I left to come back and just tell you about my time in Trinidad, and everybody wants to hear that you found yourself, meaning you found you found the woman that you've been looking for all your life. Cause in this world, that's the only thing that makes sense. That you found that you have somebody with you, and right, you don't see nobody next to me. Now, I guess it comes from reading the Bible. You know, it's not good for a man to be alone. He has to have a helpmate. He has to have a woman with him. It's not good for a man to be by himself. So why the fuck do you die by your fucking self? It's not good for me to live by myself, but it's okay for me to die that way. If I'm going to die by myself, sometimes in life, some people have to learn to be by the fucking selves. See? It's not that hard. It's really not. But to stay fixed, and focused on finding yourself. You understand what I'm saying? And to stay like that, it's like I've been working on doing that shit, and the more it's like I don't give a fuck if I do find myself. Am I ever gonna stay next to me? You understand what I mean? Am I gonna stay there or am I gonna go? I can't control you. I can find you or myself, the other cell, because there's always two cells. There's a red one and there's a white one. No, I'm just kidding. But there are. You know, the red blood cells, white blood cells, you're a cell. So to find myself, my other one, she's identical to me. Our minds are the same. Her mind is like mine. If your mind ain't like mine, then we don't belong together. You don't belong here. Whoever belongs here, they'll be here when they'll be here. That's how I find myself. You know what I'm saying? I'll be there when I get there. That's how I find my damn self. You know what I'm saying? I'll be there when I get there. Because if you're looking for the other part of you, you're mentally identical, not physically identical. Y'all don't just look alike. You think the same. You know how the saying goes, two great minds think alike? Yeah, great minds think for themselves, but they're both thinking the same thing. Whatever I'm thinking, she's thinking. If she's thinking something, I'm already thinking that too. Because the man comes first. You know what I'm saying? Man. Why? Men have been appointed by the Creator to spread the message to all humanity. Man, not a woman. Because women don't do it. They never do. When have you ever seen a woman spread the message? When have you ever seen a woman spread the message? When? 9 times out of 10, women just like to make noise. To say that we're all just flesh, I do not know us physical beings as just physical beings. Because if you're just a physical being, then you don't need a voice. Having a voice is very important. Think just having a mind is important? No. What good is your mind if you don't have a voice? What good is having a heart if you don't have a voice? What good is having a tongue and a teeth and the lips to form words if you do not have a voice? So someone can hear. He who has an ear will hear, says in the book of Matthew. He who has an ear will hear. You have a hearing up here, which is your auditory system inside of the brain, which is what they also call the pineal gland, which is like a fucking pine cone that only opens up under fucking heat, which is why your ass need to stay, which is why everybody likes going to the beach. Whoever don't like going to the beach, fuck you. You don't belong next to me. You understand what I'm telling you? You don't belong next to me. If you're not thinking about going to the beach like I'm thinking, because every day I wake up, that's the first thing I'm thinking about. Because when I went to Trinidad, I couldn't stop thinking about doing that. Why? Because that's exactly what my being, not the voice, but my body was screaming for. It wants to be by the water where it came from. It wants to be under the sun, what it is. It wants to be under the sun where it came from. It wants to be with the air. The sun, the heat, the light that lights up everywhere. The air that we're always breathing. The water, which is the blood inside of our bodies. I don't understand racism because we all have the same fucking blood color. Dumb shit. Who the fuck thought of this shit? You understand what I'm saying? Who the fuck thought of this shit? With colors. Nigga, what color are Latin people? What's their color? Yellow? Because your motherfuckers look yellow to me. Which is a color in a rainbow. Why isn't the color black in the rainbow? Motherfucker. Black came before the fucking rainbow. As well as white. Which is blank. Because Latin people call white blanc. It's blank. Blanc. As in blanco. I think Latin people really fucked shit up. Yeah. Cause your shit went from Latin, German, French, all that shit. I love my locks. Scares the shit out of people, but I like it. Yeah. I like it. Um, a lot of all the English language came from England, and that which came from England is Anglo-Norman. You don't believe me? Look it up. Do your fucking research. You know what I'm saying? Do your research. You know what I'm saying? Me, what I look for as far as the most beautiful looking woman, it's not all about your hair, your face, your body. I look down at your feet, and I'ma ride on your ass. I'ma straight up make fun of your feet if your feet look fucking hideous. Cause you have women out there who got the most beautiful looking faces, the most beautiful, baddest bodies. Look down further. Yeah, you already look down at her titties. You already look down at her ass. You look down at the pussy. We already saw all of that shit, right? But my nigga, do you see that ass? Niggas is always looking at a woman's ass, bro. Stop looking at her ass, bro. Look down, furthermore. What do you mean, my nigga? Look down to what's always hidden, that you don't never look at. The scariest part of a woman, the scariest part of life as a human being, the scariest. This shit is ugly, but it's true. Because like I said, I like to analyze shit. I like to loosen everything up down to its root. I like to know where it came from. And when I look down at your feet, yeah, it's like I'm looking down at your ass. Like I'm a god and you're just a little ant on the ground to me. I'm looking down at your feet and I see, ooh, ugliness. How unpleasant. How very unpleasant. Like, now how can I please you? Does I look like a Libra? My rising is Libra, a people pleaser, trying to keep things peaceful and quiet. And a lot of people will say that's controlling them. That's controlling women. Why? Because you know how to you know a lot about the feet. Bruh, if it wasn't for your feet, your body wouldn't go through any type of aching pain. Yeah, you wouldn't have a headache. You wouldn't it's it would be almost hard to think. But you wake up thinking. But your feet, I study reflexology. I study etymology. All ologies, numerology, astrology, reflexology. What was the other ology? Astrology, of course. All that. The thing is about the feet, reflexology, it's not just the feet. It's the feet, the hands, and your ears. If you didn't have feet, hands, and ears, there's no reflex from anything. You telling me you don't have a natural reflex when you hear a car coming? It makes you move. You're gonna move, which is why I have a thing about cars. Meaning, when someone doesn't use their turning signal, you know what I'm watching? You know what you should look at? The wheels, which is the feet of the car. The feet matter, but as well as your voice. What's the voice of the car? It could be the engine or the horn that is only operated from the steering wheel. That's the voice. That's how you let somebody know, get the fuck out the way. You know what I'm saying? So people wonder, cars be looking at me like, damn, why the fuck does he do that? Why does he stand in the middle? Why does he do that? Because some of y'all motherfuckers be turning in a lane, in the turning lane, and don't use the turning signal. Like, I know you're turning. I know you're turning because you're in the turning lane. Therefore, you don't really need the light. You don't need to use the turning signal because a pedestrian or anybody else driving can see that you're in the turning lane. So it's fucking obvious that you're fucking, you feel me? It's obvious. It's right there playing this day in your face that they're gonna turn, but you don't know when they're turning. If they're in the turning lane, you don't need to know when. Just look at their wheels so you can see which way they're going. But when that's when you're in the intersection. When you're in the main road, when you're in the back roads, matter of fact, not the main road, the back roads, and you don't know which way they're going, that's when you need the turning signal. If they don't use their turning signal because their light is fucked up or it don't work, look at the wheels. Look at the feet. The feet tell you exactly which direction someone is going. So when people are walking, I watch your feet. I look at your choice of shoes. I look at your toes. I can tell just if your shit is crusty, I'm going to ride on your ass. If you ever try to make fun of me and talk shit about me, I'm going to look down and ask you, what are those, motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? See my feet? You want to see mine? Those are my feet. These are my feet. You know what I'm saying? Good enough. Size 8, motherfucker. And for you women who want to know a man's feet size, to know the measurement of his dick, stop that shit. Because I'm going to look at your feet size and tell just how deep your pussy is. If you got wide feet, your wall's probably wide as shit. If you got skinny feet, you probably got a tight pussy. Okay? Women always want to know a nigga dick size. They want to, oh, I want the biggest dick. Shut up, bitch. Shut up. Shut up. Because the truth is like alcohol. You think you can stand it, you think you can handle it till you can't stand it all. You ever seen anybody ever watch porn? You ever seen a woman get dick down so the bitch she could hardly fucking walk? My point. You got dick down by a big ass dick. Powerful ass dick. And you can barely walk when you get up. I've seen this shit on porn before. Because do I watch porn? A little. Yeah, I do. But only because I see people doing the dumbest shit. I see these big... Because I wanted to know not what's the average size. But... Because I watch porn because of women. I don't do it because of men. I watch porn because of women. Women are the reason why my black ass do that shit. Y'all are the reason. I blame women. Why? Because a man isn't going to ask a woman what your walls looking like. How tight is your pussy? A man knows he wants a tight pussy. We don't never ask women how deep your pussy or how tight are your walls. Like what your walls feeling like. We don't ask these fucking questions. Women are the only one who are concerned about a man's dick size. Like, why do you care about how long or thick his penis is? What? I don't get you. Why do women, oh, I want me a big dick. Big. Bitch, I want some tight ass walls. Cause now you got fucking niggas, you got motherfucking pornos showing men sticking their fucking penis in a woman's asshole. Cause the hole is tighter. Oh, the pussy done got so fucked, pussy walls done got so fucking loose that now you gotta stick your dick in her ass. You got some women, it's y'all fucking fault why we do that shit. But men, I don't know what goes on your brain to make you just do that. I understand the hole is tighter and it makes her come faster. My nigga, you want to make her come faster, all you got to do is hit her G-spot with your fingers. Watch porn. Porn shows you this shit. But that's the thing. Sexting, that's why I said the sexting became overrated in a way, because now it just got motherfuckers doing a bunch of nasty shit. You're not even having sex to procreate no more. You're just doing it for physical pleasure. I understand now I get why there is homosexuality. It's for physical pleasure. Because it damn sure, I asked a lesbian the other day when I was working after work, I asked her, why do you like girls? Do you do that lesbian shit or whatever? Do you have a girlfriend for attention or emotional support? She said it's for emotional support. Once you get a man's attention, you're trying to have emotional support. Emotional support, the word support comes from a Latin word that in the last English sense, the oldest English term, put up with. When you supporting someone, you're putting up with their shit. So she has a girlfriend, or she wants to be a lesbian for someone to put up with her emotional shit. Now, the word emotion came from, is as if you moving out, but it's not about moving out. The word emotion came from the word excite. And the word excite came from insight or entice, which is the same thing. And all of those words come all the way down to straight up being single. It all came from single. So if you're looking for somebody to put up with, if you're looking for emotional support, somebody to put up with your ass, you need to be single. Put up with your fucking self. Tolerate your own shit. Learn how to be single. I know a little the type of person who can't be by himself. Believe me. I've been single for years, going on 8 now. This is the 7th year I've been single. 7th. Why? Because I've already tried to keep somebody with me. But my man Muji Baba on YouTube, even he said, that's the problem. This is the message being sent forth, being put forth, and about bringing yourself back to someone. You're only bringing yourself back because you don't want to be by yourself. You would hate to leave that person you were just having sex with, the one you just married. You know what I mean? Me, marriage, having a baby. Sex is a marriage. Communication is the engagement. When you reach eye to eye, that's the engagement. You engage yourself in a conversation with somebody, and then to the point you end up having sex. Once you have sex, you're supposed to be married already. Me, we ain't married. To me, sex, for me, I go further. Sex is the engagement, because I can have a conversation with any fucking body. I could be a doctor saving lives as a heart surgeon or any type of thing, any type of surgeon. Radiology, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what type of field I'm in a hospital. You know what I'm saying? I could do all of that shit, and I have to conversate with people. So, to engage myself in a conversation, fine. I can engage in a conversation with anybody about any fucking thing and everything. You know what I'm saying? But sex to me is more, as far as it being a couple, being in a relationship, sex is the engagement. Marriage, for me, in my mind, I don't see marriage. We're not married until we have a baby. Because I'm not having sex just for physical pleasure, just to please you. Not doing that. No. I'm stronger than that. I'm too strong. Yeah, I have more faith than that. We're supposed to procreate. We're supposed to have babies. We're meant to. That's the whole reason why men and women even come together. To bring forth life on earth. It's called offsprings. Springing off. Yeah, we're supposed to come together for that matter. She's supposed to be thinking about having a baby as well as me. Because that's what I'm thinking about. Having a baby. If we're not going to have a baby, we don't need to be together. If we're not going to do that, we're not going to join lives to bring forth life. If we're not going to join lives, become one to bring forth a life. A lot of these women ain't thinking about that. They're thinking, oh, man just wants to have sex. And then I'm being asked the question, are you a hoe? Are you a player? Like, street hustling. Like, you having sex for money. No, you look like it. Stop playing with me. Don't play with my looks. Don't do that shit. You know why? If you play with my looks, I'm going to treat you exactly like that. I'm going to treat you that way. I know that's fucked up, but that's the truth. You want to play with my looks like I'm a street hustler for sex. Like I have sex for money. Because I've done it before, but not intentionally. I didn't have sex for money. I was just getting money because my sex game is on point. It just is. My sex game is good. I'm really good at pleasing a woman sexually. Yet, it doesn't matter. We're not even procreating. I'm not a street hustler. Stop playing with me. The more you play with me, talking about as saying that I look like a street hustler, the more you play with me is the more I'm going to play into that shit. It makes me angry to do it. But I'm doing it out of fucking anger. Because I don't even like the fact that you telling me I look like I'm tired. I look like I want to go home. I don't look like I want to work. I look like I'm not supposed to be doing anything. I look like this and I look like that. I look like a street hustler. Sex. Sex makes you a street hustler? As in, hustling meaning you're forcing a woman to have sex with you. That sounds like rape. If you're going to force someone to have sex with you, you just raped her. I look like a fucking rapist? Fuck you. Stop playing with me. That shit ain't funny. I don't find that shit funny. Because you do have real fucking rapists out here in this goddamn world. It's really that bad. Sex. What sex does to the fucking brain. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit how I look. I don't give a shit. Because without my voice, I ain't shit. Without my voice, I don't know how I could get anybody to help me. Without my voice, I don't know how I'm going to know your name. I got to ask somebody else. I got to have you write it down. Without my voice, I'm deaf. You understand what I'm saying? Without my voice, I'm deaf. I can't hear shit. You understand what I'm saying? If it wasn't for your voice, trust me. Look at a deaf person. Don't you notice that they can't talk well? If some people who are halfway deaf can speak very good. But to know where voices came from, ask a scientist or anybody or even an artist where those voices come from. They don't know. They're going to say, you must be hallucinating. Because don't nobody know where the fuck their voice came from. Nobody even know where they got a voice from. A good question, right? We all want to know where everything come from. Me, I want to know where do voices come from. I have a grandmother who wants to know what water is made from. Fuck that. That's none of your business. But I have a deeper question. Where do voices come from? Because there was not a voice that said, let there be light in the Bible, in the book of all that knowledge? A voice. It said that a wind blew in the darkness. A wind blew and said, let there be light. It was a voice that spoke this light into existence. A voice did everything. So if I'm hearing voices, if I'm hallucinating, I understand how. I don't, but then I get it, because instead of just a being of flesh, we're all voices. And the worst thing that we all do with our voices is like play around with them, in a sense. We don't have nothing to say. We don't have a message to send. We're not spreading a message to people. We're just playing with our voices. Just to be playing with them, because it feels good to play around with your voice. It makes me fucking angry, because as much as we're just playing around, we're forgetting why we even have a voice. And I know I look stupid even saying this shit, because people are like, you need to focus on how you look. Listen, you can live your fucking life in the mirror all you want to, in the eyes of other people, which is like another mirror. You can do that all you want. I won't. Because if my looks matter that much, I'd never leave the mirror. Understand? It's retarded to me. When I say retarded in the sense of the word, how it makes me feel, the word, people came up with the word retarded because they got tired of using the word foolish. I don't know why would you get tired of using such a basic word. I don't even like hearing the voice say to me that you're smarter than everybody else. That means, in a sense, when you feel like saying that I'm smarter than everyone else, what you're saying to me, what I hear you saying, I know more than everybody else. But I'm not the only one that knows what I know. It's just, before everything was flesh, before this, voice. Because when you're a baby, all you hear is crying. The baby don't know how to talk, but that motherfucker know how to spread his voice. That motherfucker crying. You know what I'm saying? People want to know whether the baby's a boy or girl. Does the baby have a voice? How do you know if someone's angry? Their face expression. What if they don't have a face expression for their anger? But everybody has one. Me? From the book of Deuteronomy, it says that Deuteronomy, even Kendrick Lamar said it in his song, Deuteronomy says that we're all cursed. A cursed nation. Yeah. That means it doesn't matter. It could be Africans who are the cursed ones. But it's not. It's all of us. The entire human race. The whole nation of humanity. We're cursed. Because we're always cursing. We use bad words. And I feel like that's God's anger for us, which is what hell really is. Yeah. Hell is a sense of angry punishment, meaning that's your punishment for doing wrong, for having sex for physical pleasure without procreating. That makes the creator angry. He's pissed. Let me not say he, because we don't know what the creator is. We don't know what gender it has. It created genders, separated male and female. That's it. 1 and 2. 1, 1. 1 and 1 to bring forth 1. Because 1 plus 1 equals 1. Man and a woman come together to become 1. They don't become 2. They never become 2. Peace. You know what I'm saying? If I'm a peaceful person, I like to be in a peaceful relationship. If I seem like a peaceful kind of guy, I like to be in a peaceful relationship. I like a woman who doesn't run her mouth all the damn time, who's not consistent, who doesn't overuse her voice, who doesn't abuse her voice, who doesn't talk so much just because of everything that we know. Because to be honest, the woman has to wait her turn to speak when it is given. And she'll know when it's given. But a man, God gave the man the job to spread the message of his word. Spread my word, my truth. It's not his truth. It's the truth. It's not about his or hers. It's the. You know what I'm saying? For us to call something ours, like, I'm not going to tell people my truth. I'm not going to just tell people the way I see things. I'm going to tell you that I see it the way the Creator sees us all. He doesn't just see us all in pairs, because if he did, Jesus, Joshua, the Messiah, the messenger, he came and spoke the message. He came and spoke the truth to the nation of humanity, because that was his job. That's what he was sent for. Well, that's what a lot of men were sent for, to spread that message. And to say that you're just, for other people to say that you're just getting in the middle of shit, you're just intervening, you're just trying to catch our attention, you're just trying to intercept, because a lie is a lie. A lie is like, oh, to say someone saying that you're lying to me, meaning you're feeding me false information, you're not telling me the truth. Because why would God send a messenger? You know what I'm saying? Why do we have voices just to talk? That's like when you're just talking shit. Because I'm a bit of a musician myself. I love music, and in the music, people send messages in their music. They're not just freestyling, which is what I like to call talking shit. If you're just talking shit, you just freestyling, you really ain't got nothing to tell me. You're just talking shit to be heard. You're just freestyling. You ain't about nothing. You're just freestyling. So when somebody's talking shit, it sounds like he's just freestyling. I'm like, yeah, everybody knows how to freestyle off the top of their head. You just freestyling. Me, I don't freestyle. Having a conversation, you freestyling. Now you just freestyling with somebody. Just you and this other person, y'all both going back and forth freestyling. It's like a rap battle. There's no message. You're trying to see how long you can freestyle for. And who has the best punchlines and metaphors and similes with music. You know what I'm saying? Because music came before television and movies. Before there was television and movies and theater, it was music. Music was number one. And always will be. So thinking like a musician, because music is art. And if you want to say my rising is Libra, but I love art. Very artistic, very aesthetic. And I look like it. I am not allowed to allow anyone to get in between what I know and what they're telling. What you're telling me is getting in between what I know. And I like things to stay basic. If you're not thinking of something basic with me, you're not thinking with me, I don't need you to think for me. I can think for myself. But if you're not thinking what I'm thinking, then you don't belong with me. You don't. I got that from my man Nature Boy, Carbon Nation TV on YouTube. I subscribe to that shit because what he's saying, I agree. I agree to what he's saying. Because after being in Trinidad for 4 months, for one whole season, it really gave me a different view on life. And I did speak to different people. But I didn't do too much talking. I'm the one who did the most of the listening. Because there's people who were telling me stuff to see if they think the same thing I'm thinking. And I did meet somebody who's thinking the same thing I'm thinking. Even my father thinks the things that I'm thinking. He knows that I need to rent a car so I can drive wherever the fuck I want to drive. Because my father knows Zeb likes to walk a lot. I like walking around, exploring things. Because when you're an artist, I don't care what type of artist you are. Everything is art. Not everything is science. Science doesn't know everything. Because the word science comes from the word known. That which is known. Not what you know, but that which is known. It's known, meaning everybody knows this. It is known. It's not it's just what you know. It's what is known already. Like, you know, it's known already, bro. It's been written. It's known. But I prefer art because art has two different views. It's like a painter or an artist an artistic painter, meaning art is not just the way you see it. It also has something to do with the way other people may see your picture. Because science has nothing to do with pictures. Science is what is already physically known. Science is physical proof, physical evidence, things that you can see. Art has two different ways of looking at shit. That's why it says with Libras, you see life in, like Libras, they see life in twos, meaning they have two ways of looking at everything. There's always two ways of looking at everything. Because if there wasn't, why did everybody go from the pregnant TVs to the flat screen? That means now that you have flat screen TVs, your woman does not need to have an ass. That means you have no intention of getting her pregnant either. Why do they call it pregnant TVs? You understand what I'm saying? Why is it pregnant TVs? You know what I'm saying? Like, right. The TV, the screen is the back. What are you watching? Her ass. What's sticking out? Her belly. You understand what I'm saying? Because most 9 times out of 10, guys always looking at a woman's ass. You're not watching her face. And I'm looking at her face. You don't care about her face. Because even Nelly put out a song way back in the like early 2000s, I think. It must be your ass because it ain't your face because you a tip drill. A tip drill. You know the drill. Tip. What's a tip drill? You dip in your ass. Shaking it. Tip. That's like advice, basically. Let me give you some advice, woman. If it ain't your face that got a man looking at you, it's your ass. Why do men watch a woman? Why do we look at ass so much? What's so fascinating? Makes me mad, but I look at ass too. Don't get me twisted. Yeah, I look at ass too. But ass is not my fantasy. It's not the be all. Because if it was so much about ass, she could have the ugliest looking motherfucking face in the world. Ugly as hell. Like really ugly that I'm angry. Ugly. You know what I'm saying? And man, I know her face ain't shit, bruh. But do you see her ass? Like, bruh. Do you know what comes out of her ass? Do you know that sometimes her ass can stink? People talk shit. You sound like an ass. You freestyling? You freestyling? You know why you freestyling? You freestyling for flow. Most people who freestyle is because they got a flow. They're trying to find the right flow. It's either you got the quick flow or the slow flow. Because music is artistic. Music is art. And I know all about that shit. I can tell people, listen, when it comes to flow, everybody can have flow. Like a floor. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got flow. You know what I'm saying? And you find the word low and flow. So, My flow could be low, but slow. So I keep it that way. You know what I'm saying? Because that fast shit, a lot of people got a quick flow. Yet, when it comes to flow, the rhymes, it's not about, when it comes to flow, it's all about rhythm and rhyme. And when that kicks in, when you have that, it gotta be the right word to match the rhythm and the flow that you're kicking. That's coming out of your mouth. But you don't have a flow if you don't have a voice. You gotta have a voice. You gotta have a voice. Because I believe, I see, that's just the way it is. You're not gonna make music without a sound. Which is why they got movies and television. That doesn't make a difference. You still need sound. You still need a voice. People watching TV but don't know what the fuck is being said. Comedy. How can a motherfucker tell a joke? He ain't got a voice. Nothing happens without the voice. So when I'm looking for beauty, if I'm looking for the most beautiful looking woman in the world to fall in love with, like I can't be by myself. If all your physical features they're ugly, only thing I can rely on, the most independent piece of the body that is by itself. It is by itself. Is your voice. Because when you look up the word phone and find its etymology, its origin, you're going to see the word sound, and you're also going to see the word voice. There's a comma after the word sound. Sound, comma, voice. Like a list, like sound, voice. Because when you're on the phone, the first thing you hear is the sound of someone's voice. So with all this being said, it's like if you're trying to find yourself, which is the right woman for you, find a woman who thinks like you. If you really want to find yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to find yourself, find someone who thinks like you. Find someone, or the woman who's thinking what you're thinking. It doesn't matter if she's thinking it when you're thinking it. If y'all both thinking the same thing, you found yourself. Did I find myself in Trinidad? Bruh. Instead of looking for a woman who's thinking what I'm thinking, when I'm thinking it, I'm thinking what the Creator's thinking. That's a different self. Because the word self is spelled, you can't spell it without cell. You know what I'm saying? Like like Nature Boy, Eligio. Like what he said. It's true. I love myself. You're looking at your woman and say, I love myself when you kiss her. Why? Because she is you and you are her. Two selves. Two cells that come together to form one cell. They divided, they become one. Red and white blood cells. Red, the color of your blood. White as well. Why is there white blood cells? You ever realize that? There's white blood cells. White blood cells. And you got red blood cells. Since we want to deal with colors. They're red and white blood cells. Is that a reason to not invent, but to I don't want to say the word create, but to have or think of something called racism. You know what I'm saying? To say that the red is better than the white or the white's better than the red. Or, you know what I'm saying? Because they both work together. The red and white blood cells, they work together. The woman has what the man don't. But they should be both thinking the same thing. The woman is a nurturer while the man is a teacher. The man teaches while the woman nurtures. Did my father teach me a lot? Yeah. My father was the one who told me when I was a young teenager. Well, yeah, I used to like to stay outside all the time playing basketball, like a straight hustler, right? I used to like to stay outside doing that, and he had me go get a job as a bag boy in a grocery store. And then when I went back with my mom, anytime my mother couldn't find me because I'm always outside playing with my friends or at their house playing video games. Like, I'm either playing ball or playing video games. My mother will always be either calling the cops looking for me and calling my father telling him that she can't find my ass. And when I get on the phone with this nigga, he telling me you're trying to make me have a heart attack or what? Zeb, start running these streets before you end up lock up or dead. That is the last thing I can't take. I can't take that. I don't want to hear you lock up or dead by somebody. You get shot, lock up. You get shot or you get locked up. You're hurt. I don't want to hear you're hurt, dead, or in jail. He said, go and read a book. You don't have a job? Go to a library and go read a book. That's what my father always told me. He don't want me running the streets because my mother's always worried about me. Even when I was with him in Trinidad, that nigga wouldn't go to sleep until I came in the house. Why? I'm not a street hustler. It's like I'm going outside looking for pussy. Cause if you looking for money, I learned from a comedian, Eddie Griffin. If a woman ain't got no money, something wrong with her pussy. I mean, your pussy ain't shit. I don't know why we use sex for money. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with us. I don't mean Africans. I mean people. I don't know what the fuck our problem is. You're not married unless you have written document. That's a European way of doing shit. You're killing yourself. You know that? You're working your asshole to get all this money to finally say, yeah, now we married. Bitch, me and you, if you want to get with me, this nigga here, this guy right here, when we join lives to procreate. I'm not a Muslim. I don't practice Islam. It's not even though I know how to do it. Assalamu alaikum. But I do not practice Islam and I am not a Muslim. No. My subconscious voice be playing around with all of that shit. Just playing with it. Because it doesn't really know what the fuck it wants to be. Doesn't even know. Subconscious mind is just full of... My subconscious mind just telling my conscious to do this, to do that, to do this. I'm just playing with you. You're a street hustler. I'm just playing. You just look like one. My subconscious mind is playing with my fucking looks. Telling me that everybody else is doing the same shit. Playing around with our looks. Playing with our looks. Just playing with them. Why? Because you really don't know what the fuck to do with the way you look. You don't know what to do with it. So you're just playing with it. Till the shit grows up. Fuck it. Just play with your looks. Do whatever you can with it. And now you're just talking shit. You're using your voice to freestyle. Do you have anything you really want to tell the people now? Do you have a message to say? Do you have a message? Are you spreading the message? Because what good is you... That's what I'm saying. I relate as far as... That's why I like music. With my rising in Libra, very artistic, I love music. Music is the first form of art to us, to me as a human being. It's the best. Because in your music, you either spreading a message about love and unity, or you're spreading a message about violence and death, even destruction. Because if you're just freestyling with your music, you're working on perfecting your lyrical ability, not just your flow. Because certain words may not go with the flow. Which is why a lot of my friends, the ones that I really link up with, do music. And I do music because it's a good way to express yourself instead of just talking shit on the mic. You can be freestyling. You're freestyling to find the right flow that suits you. That's right. But your flow has a lot to do with either your breathing. It has a lot to do with your breathing and not just the amount of words you're using, but the right word for that flow, for that expression. Because what we get from women is that some women, they use the wrong word for their expression. A woman wants to express how angry she is with like 1,000 words. Like, bitch, I can hear the voice telling me stop lying to yourself. That's pussy. But it sounds more like the voice of a woman. Many women. All of them. Telling me I'm lying to myself that you don't need these many words to express just how angry you are. My nigga, if you're angry, you're angry. I don't need to know how angry you are. I don't need to know all of that. You're angry, you're angry. I get it. You're fucking mad. But you don't get how angry, bitch. I don't care how angry you are. The only sign of how angry you are is you committing suicide. Breaking something. You're angry to lead yourself into destruction. You can lead your fucking self into destruction. You're not going to come to me and try to destroy me. No, bitch. I will kick you the fuck out of my life. I will kick you out of my life. I'll kick you out of my fucking brain. I'll kick you out of my heart. You understand me? You're gone. Dead. Dead ass. I'm not going to tolerate you being angry that long. Get over it. You're destroying the fucking relationship. Stop holding on to shit that long. There's no such thing as you want a relationship to last longer, enjoy it. Don't try to keep me, just enjoy me. It doesn't mean cheat on me. It doesn't mean go have sex with another guy. No, enjoy thinking with me. This is the relationship. Not this. Not that. This. Right here. Two minds connect. If you're not here with me, we're not together. If you're not thinking what I'm thinking, you're not with me. And it's just the way it is. And I don't just get that from Nature Boy, Eligio Nature Boy. I don't just get that from Carbon. That's me. That's really me. It is. It always has been. If you're not thinking what I'm thinking, when I'm thinking it, damn that. Because I could be ahead of you. But if we're not thinking the same thing, then we're not together. You understand what I'm saying? And the word together has to get her. And to get her is to gather. What are we gathering together? Shouldn't we be gathering something? Gathering this money so we can buy shit, food, and clothing. So if we're not thinking the same thing, we're not together.